Please don't say, do I have prio to activate Metamorphosis? Please do not say, do I have prio to activate Metamorphosis? All right, ruling in Edison format. Okay, this guy's playing the Gigavice deck. Crazy deck. That Gigavice deck is so strong. Here it is. Yeah, question. Give me the question. Hell yeah. Can you activate Dark Illusion in response to an equip spell targeting his monster or equipping? When a spell trap card or monster effect is activated that targets a dark monster on the field. Activating an equip spell does target the monster you wish to equip it to. So yes, Dark Illusion can be chained. When a spell trap card or monster effect is activated that targets a dark monster on the field, they are activating a spell card that targets a dark monster on the field. You are allowed to Dark Illusion this. Have a nice day. Good question! Real ruling, and it applies to Modern as well! What? So chat, if you guys don't know, if you hard activate an equip spell from hand, it does target. However, you get like some cards, right, that say like, equip an equip spell from your deck or whatever to an appropriate monster on the board or something like that. Those don't target if you activate it, if you resolve an effect like that, which is a neat like differentiation to know. All right, we got another ruling call. Hi, issue. What's going on here? Hello, Judge. After we resolve both Lupus to summon in the same chain, I want to activate Lupus effect to Xyz because it's a quick effect, and my opponent is arguing that he has action priority, but he has no trigger or quick effect. Can I just proceed and resolve my Lupus? We summon Izuna and Lupus sequentially, and on res of Lupus, I believe I have the right to Xyz first, and my opponent thinks he has the right to Xyz first. On resolution of any given chain, both players have the opportunity to activate a fast effect before you proceed into an open game state. So here on resolution, if this guy has no quick effect, then this guy can use Lupus F to Xyz before entering an open game state. Good ruling question. Yeah, this is something that you're gonna learn real quickly. If both players have Izuna for Lupus, the opponent always wins. You can't use your own Lupus because it's only on the opponent's turn, the effect. Yeah, Lupus's effect is opponent's turn only, so yes, Red gets to summon with their Lupus before. Edo Pro lied to me. You just have to toggle on, buddy. Oh, no! Oh, God! Me when I am SETI chain happy, bro. Fuck me, man. He can just add both back. That's crazy. I don't know about this one, dude. I think this was a moment where you want to make fucking Nash Knight, man. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you want to make Nash Knight, dude. Wouldn't it also be turn player priority? So Lupus can only be activated on the opponent's turn. So because it can only be activated on the opponent's turn, then Blue doesn't have the opportunity to activate Lupus. But man, bro just absolutely obliterated himself. Yeah, this Jax gets sent by the MSETI. I'm not gonna lie, I love these Horus cards. These Horus cards are so cool. I wish that there was like a good Horus deck in the meta right now. Unfortunately, there just isn't one. That's the unfortunate part. Just don't have any good Horus decks. Pop quiz. You control a Jurak Guaibo, which reads, if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can special summon a Jurak monster with 1700 or less attack from your deck. If your Jurak Guaiba battles your opponent's Cabazals, forcing both of them to be destroyed in battle due to having the same amount of attack, can your Jurak Guaiba activate its effect? I'll give you 3 seconds to figure it out. And the answer to that is no, it cannot activate its effect. Want to know why? Make sure you join my Damage Step Masterclass that is happening on Metafy tomorrow. Link is going to be in the description and at the top of the comments. If you guys want to check it out and learn a bunch of stuff about the Damage Step, make sure you check out the Masterclass. And with that being said, back to the video. Whoosh. This Soul Striker guy, I took calls for this person before. Okay, we got Dust Shoot, Swords Revealing Light. I don't care about other comments. Everyone has a different argument and opinion. How is it clear that your comment is right and the 2-year one isn't? He says that DD can't remove from play. Pojo links aren't allowed. DB Goat links anyway. What is he suggesting? That DD Warrior Lady can't banish King Dragon? Is that what you're suggesting? DD Warrior Lady shouldn't target. There's no fucking way, man. There's no fucking way. What? Soul Striker is suggesting that? This is that can be targeted, right? Cannot target dragon monsters with card effects. Yeah. I asked if it had a different errata version where it had a different target version. DD Warrior Lady does not and has never targeted. I'm going to make sure of this, but I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to make sure that it never had an errata wherever targeted so that I can send this exact message. I want to be able to say exactly this message. The literal first print, when this card battles another monster, after damage calculation, you can remove the opponent's monster and this card from play. It never target. Control F, target. It never targeted. It does not and has never targeted. It never targeted, ever. In this link, this is also stated, bro, Pojo Lamau. Don't trust Pojo forms. On DB, any rulings we issue for GOAT format come from goatformat.com. Proceed, DD warrior lady can banish the king dragon. Simple. Crazy stuff. Bro literally went digging through Pojo forms to find the one guy that doesn't know how to read that said, no, surely this targets. No, 100%. It's really funny. Like, there's arguing that in this Pojo board, there are different people. Some people saying, yes, it can banish it. Other people saying, no, it can't. I have issued the ruling. Proceed. It banishes it. Banish that shit. Banish the dragon. Banish. Banish. This guy's being toxic from the start. By the way, is calling someone a... What did he call him? He called him the R slur. Do not use words like that on the platform. Only warning. If it was me, if someone calls someone else the R word, I would freeze them. But that's not how the rules are on DB for some fucking reason, bro. Proceed. I have given a warning. Have a nice day. All right, let's go. Next up, hi, issue. What we got? Metamorphosis with the Fusilier Dragon. What happened here? I summoned Fusilier. Please don't say, do I have prio to activate Metamorphosis? Please do not say, do I have prio to activate Metamorphosis? Let me guess, you activated Metamorphosis one entire whole second after having normal summon the dragon. Let's take a guess. Normal summon the Fusilier Dragon. 3 seconds later, activated Metamorphosis. Oh, dog. The opponent, 25 seconds after the normal summon of Fusilier Dragon said think. What the fuck? So he wants to ring on the Fusilier Dragon before the opponent can Metamorphosis. That's like a whole ass 25 seconds. That is a long time past the normal summon of Fusilier Dragon. Here, I will not allow ring be used on summon of the Fusilier Dragon. Yeah, there's absolutely no way. He played Metamorphosis 3 seconds after summon. Yes, and I would have allowed you to respond if you didn't take 25 seconds to say anything. If they used ring quickly and you said 1 moment or think in a reasonable amount of time, I'd have let you respond. Yes, they played quickly, but you took way too long. Like, the speed at which red played wouldn't have impacted whether or not I allowed blue to respond. What impacts whether or not I allow blue to respond is how quickly he responded. And he said, think 25 seconds after the normal summon of the Fusilier Dragon, which is way too damn long. That is a long time to decide that you want to say something. Hold on, he plays meta. Now I have to consider what's going on now that another card has hit. You don't have to consider anything. You just hit the think button. If you wanted to think on the Fusilier summon, you should have said so in a reasonable amount of time. He's really locking in on the fact that red played too quickly. And I agree that red played quickly, but the speed at which red played does not change that blue took forever to say anything. Like, let's say red summons the Fusilier Dragon, 3 seconds later activates Metamorphosis, then 3 seconds after that, blue says think, and then says, I wanted to respond to the summon of the Fusilier Dragon. I would have absolutely allowed that. But I think it's very different when you the opponent normal summons the Fusilier Dragon, 3 seconds later uses meta, sends it to the grave, then summons out the King Dragon, and then after that, fucking 20 seconds later, you go think. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. Not a chance. This reasonable amount of time thing is silly. Somehow I get punished for not saying think fast enough, but opponent does for not confirming. Is best practice to confirm? Best practice is to communicate. You both failed to do so. Here, I will not allow ring in before the meta is used. Simple. They both failed to communicate correctly. Yes, red failed to communicate in asking, like, am I good to proceed or whatever the fuck. But blue also failed to communicate because he took fucking forever to say that he wanted to respond to something. Moving forward, please don't play so quickly. He's about to lose his shit. He's about to say some dumb shit. Oh, stop typing? Bro, stop typing? Pog? Are we good? Oh, we good. I'm back here. What's happening? You must check on the link that I give to you. It's always the retro formats, man. It's always the retro formats, dude. Metamorph played. I want to chain Ring of Destruction to the targeted monster. Metamorphosis doesn't target a monster. It tributes the monster for cost. The monster is no longer on the field by the time you would activate Ring of Destruction. What the fuck is he talking about, dude? This is one literal play later. They called right back after I left. So what should we do about Ring? It is reset. Did you really just call back for the same issue I just ruled on before? Like, are we serious about this? Like, are we kidding? I literally handled this already. What are we talking about? Blue's the one who called back, said, gonna double check. I'll be issuing a warning for judge call misuse. There was no point calling back for something I had already handled. Like, there's just no fucking way. Proceed. That's crazy. That is absolutely insane. It's about if it chains, opponent saying that Ring goes off and he gets meta back in hand. No. Oh. Then in that case, this is fine. Very clearly, he's not saying that he's going to be... He put the meta back in hand and took the damage? No, he said I'm chaining to meta, and red said you can't, I tribute for cost. What do you mean? They very clearly... You can't ring what they meta because it tributes for cost. I would advise proper communication next time. Have a nice day. This is crazy. This is absolutely insane. Just talk to your opponent, man. Literally just talk to your opponent. Just speak to each other, bro. Use your words. Use your words.